All right. Well, usually on this channel, I'm playing Vintage Cube, but today, getting back to not really my roots, but whatever like the middle growth part of a tree is. Not the roots, but like I don't know, when a tree's like a sapling, you know? We're getting back to that. I'm gonna be playing Pauper today. I played a ton of Pauper a while back, a few years ago, but the format has changed significantly since then. We still have some archetypes, like some of the staple cards are still the same. I mean, every heavy blue deck's gonna still have counterspell in it, you know. Brainstorm's still great, but there's a lot of new stuff and a lot of new strategies, and they've made some bans here and there. So last time I played, to give context for people who know anything about Pauper, I think last time I played, Peregrine Drake was still legal, and that was like the hotness. But that one, I think that one got banned extremely quickly. Um, but I haven't really played since then, so it's been a while. But yeah, I felt like checking back in with Pauper, and this deck caught my eye. It's obviously mono blue, and it plays a ton of 1 mana instants and sorceries. So we have one copy of Artful Dodge, which is useful for these creatures over here. 4 copies of Brainstorm, 4 copies of Delver, which is great in any heavy spell list. We got 4 Disrupt, single blue, Force Spike for instants and sorceries, but then you draw a card, which is nice when you're trying to chain together a bunch of spells. Force Spike, just regular Force Spike. Mental Note, uh, single blue, mill 2 cards, draw a card, so it gets more spells in your graveyard. Um, and all this is kind of building up to playing Tolarian Terror and Cryptic Serpent, which both get their cost reduced based on the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. So Terror, I think, is a little bit better. Not only does it have Ward 2 for just a single point of power reduction from the Serpent, but it also can be cast for just a single blue if you have 6 or more spells in your yard, whereas Serpent, it's basically a minimum of 2. Um, so I think the Terror is better, but Serpent's also pretty substantial. 2 mana, 6/5 is no joke. But yeah, and then another great addition from the Lord of the Rings set, Lorien Revealed. So it kind of acts as a land. It's sort of like a tapped land because you have to pay a mana to then get the land, you know. So you usually kind of think of it as a tap land in terms of he doesn't just straight up replace an island. You know, it does have a cost, but it's a way that if you are flooding, it's a long game. You can play it for 5, draw 3 cards, which is great, or cycle it for 1 mana. You get a land to replace it, and you put a spell in your yard. So really nice in this list. And I'm saying all this, I know the deck. Obviously, it's pretty clear what you're trying to do, but I haven't played any games with it yet. So this is actually gonna be the first run of games with it. We're gonna jump in, see what happens. I think I'll be able to pilot it okay as far as like what this deck is trying to accomplish. The where I might have a little bit of problems is knowing what my opponent is trying to accomplish because I don't really know all the archetypes super well yet. Um, I know there's like a wall, like a defender combo deck that might be a little odd. Even burn has become more complicated. It's not just, mono red burn spells and shit. What kind of dork plays Magic at 7 a.m.? First of all, I'm not a dork. Second of all, not 7 a.m. here, so get your facts straight. If we're gonna be judging people for doing things at certain times that they're not even a part of, then what are you doing sleeping at 1 p.m.? No, I don't wear wigs. This is one thing. The queue time might be kind of long. Pauper's not the most active format, but um, try to get there. Maybe. I don't know. You're also asking the questions in the wrong order, but who's counting? Play first, yes. All right, disrupt, mental note. Looks good. We got 2 serpents. Or 2. Yeah, I guess they're both serpents. Seems good. All right, so we can start with mental note. Hopefully mill some more spells. It's an instant though, so we can hold up disrupt just in case. Might as well. I mean, the mental note might get countered, but it's not a big deal if it does. I don't think they would counter it. Unless we're playing the mirror, maybe. Utopia Sprawl. So I can't counter that. I'm guessing they're going for red. Oh, white. Okay, so probably boggles. Build 2 islands. That's not great. Spell Pierce isn't the worst against the boggles deck. But okay, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I'll just pass. There's the Ledgewalker. I didn't really want to spell pierce that. Let's see what we mill here. Hopefully not more lands. There we go. Oh, one's a creature though. All right, you get a 2/2. Let's go get an island. So now we should be able to play a serpent, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3-mana serpent. Kind of want to leave up spell pierce for another, like an armadillo cloak or something though. Maybe we'll just play Delver. Well, I'm selling wigs. Would you like to purchase one? No, I already have one on actually. Oh wait, no, I don't. No, this is my actual regular hair. I don't need a. Well, no, I wouldn't. No, thank you. Do I want to reveal a force spike? Yeah, sure. Obviously, makes it worse so then they know about it, but looks like they're stuck on 3 mana, and I'd rather have a 3/2. No, I didn't say that. There's no way that you can prove that. It's not like I'm being recorded. So I think they both cost 2 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just play double serpent. Seems good. Could hold up for spike, but they know about it now. They're not just gonna play into it, I don't think. Let's just get in there. If they have armadillo cloak, kind of sucks. If they have like planes plus, they could have another ancestral. Yeah, there's an armadillo cloak. I wasn't gonna be able to force spike it anyway, but ranker. All right, so they're gonna be gaining 6, but I can deal 14. So I think I win the race unless they have another ancestral mask or like a ethereal armor. They can block and trade, I guess, if they want, but I doubt that that'll happen. Although Ranker goes back, Sentinelize, I don't know, goes to their yard, they can maybe do some stuff. I guess I'll do this now, I don't know. Where's your butt coin? Probably spend it all. Don't think I have much choice in the matter here. Yeah, not gonna block, kind of figured. So unfortunately Disrupt is really bad against this opponent, but I can disrupt my own Force Spike to draw a card. Which could be something. Oh, I think I'm dead now. Alright, hold control. And then I'm not gonna pay. It's not a. I had hexproof anyway, whatever. 14. I guess I could have left the aberration back to block, but it has trample. So I still would have been dead. GG. Yep, that's Boggles. That's what happens. It's just kind of, it's the most like goldfishy kind of game. Alright, sorry about that. I kind of blanked on sideboarding because I was on the phone, but I definitely should have taken out the disrupts because they don't really do anything against this opponent. I brought in a null. I think there was one other card I should have brought in, but I think swapping the 4 a null for 4 disrupts was probably the baseline swap there. I feel pretty good about this position. I have a counter spell for the next creature. And if they do somehow get one down, I can at least annul a good enchantment. So looks like they don't have. I'm not gonna use this lore revealed yet. I already have a ton of spells in my yard, so my terrors are already cheap enough. I don't really need another spell. Might as well hold it for card draw, I guess. I could use it though if I just want more mana, but I don't think I need to. Can put them to 10 here and then play another terror and the victory next turn. Echoing Truth also isn't the best against Boggles just because all their creatures obviously have hexproof, but being able to bounce an enchantment is not the worst. Especially if they play if they double up on ethereal armor or something. Malevolent Rumble. Should I counter that? Of course, the one target for Disrupt, but I guess they can pay for it anyway, yeah. I'm not going to counter that because I can Echoing Truth the token. It's not going to have hexproof, so if they want to try to enchant that. Nice. Alright, I don't think steel. No, it doesn't help me. Alright, let's take these disrupts out. Even though they did show us Rumble, I don't think it's worth having those. Sleep of the Dead doesn't help. Just take out the one here. Artful Dodge could be still decent. They just get like a big vigilance guy I can't attack through. I don't think these help. Crypt, I mean, it takes away Rancor and Sentinel's Eyes. It's probably better than the other stuff. I guess Mystic could be good. Echoing Truth's still fine. Force Spike doesn't seem too great because all their stuff's really cheap. But that's kind of just how Pauper is in general. Yeah, I don't think Brain Encrypt really makes a lot of sense. Yeah, keep. I didn't really notice this at first with the Brainstorm Thought Scour combo. I mean, I did it last game, but when I first put the deck together, I didn't realize how good the Brainstorm plus Thought Scour thing would be. It's kind of build your own fetch land, you know. All right, unfortunately, they got to turn one Boggle down, which might be a problem. It's pretty hard to deal with it with this deck once it lands. But I'll do my best. Alright, I guess I'll pass. Probably gonna die. Okay, double creature. Attack for 1. They not attacking? I guess I could have a flash thing. If they think I have like the 1/2. But I think it's, well, I don't know. Maybe some people play that in the same deck as like Terror and all that. There's like 1 mana flash 1/2 that gives a creature -2/0 or whatever. But I do not have that, so. Oh, I should have upkeep milled the lands. That was bad. Okay. 3 creatures. Okay, another null is not bad. I do need a creature eventually. But I can at least counter their scary enchantments. Like that one. It's not super scary right now, but I'm probably just going to lose to 3 1/1s. Armadillo Cloak. Probably just going to play Lowering Revealed if I don't draw a creature here. Because I got nothing else going on. I need to get a creature down. I just have to hope they don't have like another big enchantment. They probably do, but we'll see. Okay. Have another mask. That sucks. I can at least bounce that and then counter it later. I don't take 1,000,000, but pretty close to 1,000,000. Could also bounce the eyes. That actually takes the most damage off because it counts other enchantments. And then they have to use their only white to replay it. They can't play like an Armadillo Cloak. Ancestral Mask is obviously more mana, but I think using the white is also pretty interesting. Got a creature. It's not the biggest creature, but it's a creature. I guess I should have brainstormed first. Yeah, whatever. Let's brainstorm. Six. So now I can block I can Echoing Truth the Sentinel's Eyes and then annul them if I want, or annul whatever this is. Ash Barrens, take another plains. Oh, take another forest. That's odd. Do they only have one plains in their deck? I think I still want to Echoing Truth the Mask. Just because I don't really want to annul the Sentinel's Eyes. It's so easy for them to replay. I don't know. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot about Delver Brainstorm. Yeah, see, this is the kind of stuff that it's going to take me a couple leagues to really get the hang of playing the deck. This is the first matches I've ever played with this, so. I know I have another island on top. I could keep this, I guess, but yeah, whatever. I'll keep it for like maybe a future brainstorm. Can't really attack, huh? I think I kind of messed myself up not being able to flip Delver there. Because I know I'm not going to be able to flip it next turn either. Yeah, I'm kind of just dead, huh? Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I'm going to draw island and then lose again. Oh well. If I'd been able to flip Delver there, I could bounce, or sorry, I could counter their mask. And then they would have to attack and trade or just not attack. And then I could actually get in with a terror potentially. But I guess we would have had to deal with hitting those lands and or like those not useful spells in a row anyway. But I had double counterspell and a null. I could pretty much counter anything. I annul the mask and then I've got counterspell for whatever else. Trade off their flyer. I guess I wouldn't be able to attack for a little bit though. Yeah. Be close. I feel like I probably still would have lost that. I just took too long to get anything going. Keep this though. Sand looks great. I guess start with Delver. Sentinel. Okay. I think this is just elves, but it could. I could think maybe this is the wall deck. I don't know. I know this isn't a wall, but. Wait. Oh, right. I drew the island. Never mind. I was like, wait, I thought an island was on top. Okay, counterspell Lorians. We have 3 spells. Cyclone Ent. Okay, yeah, it's elves. And I know that because they played an elf. So the Spell Pierce might not be great, not because they don't play any non-creatures, but because they usually make a lot of mana. And an extra 2 is not going to be relevant in most cases. I would like to get either a spell or a creature. If not a spell. Land would be the worst, obviously. Because Delver wouldn't flip and I'd be drawing another land, so. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just play that for 2, have a Spell Pierce up, I guess. Not bad. Quirion Ranger. Yep. I was hoping it was going to be like a lead the Stampede. Blow them out a little bit. Could still be, I guess. Or no, well, they'd have to have like a Nettle Sentinel. Yeah, sure. They can know that I have 1 Spell Pierce, and then they think they're clear on the 1. But I have 2. I don't think I really need to give it flying. I don't mind if they jump. I think I'd rather cycle for a counterspell. Or an island. Either one. Hopefully I don't get blown out by a bunch of lords here. Because they're going to have a million mana, so these Spell Pierces are probably not going to do anything, even if they do cast like a Lead the Stampede. They must have just drawn that, otherwise they would have played it last turn. Just think they got something else big already in hand. Winding Way. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Spell Pierce that. I know obviously they can pay for it, but it reduces the amount of mana they have for creatures. And I don't think these Spell Pierces are going to get much better. Unless they play like the big card draw thing. I'm just going to cash them in now. Maybe prevent them from going too crazy. Just makes them use 4 mana. It's not a good play, but yeah, there's a lead. Sentinel. What's up, Shug? And Hoist. New haircut. It's not really new, it's pushed back. Playing a little bit of Pauper. Shug. Just working. Nice. Ooh, Echoing Truth. Actually good. They introduced the initiative. So I should probably bounce the priests, but I... Hmm. So we're just going to trade initiative. They can get counters on something or scry. I don't really want to give them the mana from the priests, but I also kind of want to save it for like lords. Because if they have a lord or two, I might just be dead. Hmm. Could also bounce the hunter, but then they get to take initiative twice, which is not great. I'm assuming they would attack with multiple things, but they only have 2 cards. I don't know. They still have a decent amount of mana with like the Rangers, you know. Oh wait, the Sentinels have reach. I should probably bounce those so I can take initiative. Yeah, I should just do that. I think that's pretty relevant. Okay, so I get initiative, I get a land. If they want to take it back, they kind of have to attack with more than just the hunter, which means I can block. I'll probably get in with like Llanowar Elves. I think I'll just eat that instead of trying to trade. Okay. What do you need 16 mana for? 24 mana for? I don't remember. I played a lot of elves, but I don't actually remember what you would need all this mana for. Ah, right. That one. That one. They made a green fireball. All right. Echoing Truth seems great. Not much else. I guess Sleep of the Dead, maybe. I mean, flyers seem okay, but like with the Sentinels having reach as 1/2s, it's not the best. Once again, a matchup where Disrupt is not very good. Force Spike, not great either. I think I'd rather have those. Could maybe just cut the spikes instead of the disrupts, just because disrupt at least can draw a card if I do have a target, even if they can pay the one. I don't know. Spell Pierce is probably bad too. I don't know if I love this version of the terror list. I might cut some of the Force Spike-ish cards. Uh, Seems okay. I mean, Delver Brainstorm is good. It's a lot of lands though. Need to draw like a Thought Scour or a Mental Note. Let's put an upkeep stop. Although I guess I'll have the trigger I can respond to. I do actually have to draw a spell, though, in the top 3. Which might be asking a lot. One spell, okay. Not bad. And I get to shuffle away an island. I'll take it. Lorien revealed. Yes, I'd like to reveal it. So, one sentinel I'm not worried about. If they get another one down, though, it's a little annoying. Ranger. Man, I really did enjoy playing elves back in the day. It was never really the best archetype, but I had fun playing it. Black. Mesmeric Fiend. I don't think they would take Lorien Revealed, but might as well. Get it in the yard. Take a terror. I only have 2 spells in the yard, so I'm a little ways off from getting these terrors out. Oh, that helps, I guess. Potentially. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty clutch draw there. Oh, that's a problem. You have a winding way. Oh, looks like a lead. Oh, Timberwatch. Okay. Yeah, it's also a problem. All right. They get to gain at least 4, probably more. So this Delver's not, or this Aberration's not going to kill them. Although if I get to flip my second Delver, I could maybe do something, but of course they have the second Sentinel. Just to fuck everything up. Alright, what else you got? You have a Winding Way to refuel. Nope, lead the Stampede to refuel. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, but opponents just going off. They had a very good draw against me. They got the Well-Wisher, they got the lead, they got the Reachers, Timberwatch to block the big guys. Pretty much everything you'd want against this matchup, I'd say. But that's what happens when you play a deck where, if you don't counter their good stuff, you don't really have a response to the board. What do we got? Sure. It's not a bad draw. Let's see. So I guess, well, they know I have it now because I wanted to flip the thing. So I want to bounce the Well-Wisher so they can't gain life next turn. But I also kind of want to bounce whatever they try to make large with the Timberwatch. What's better for me? If I attack with everything, and it's probably, well, okay. If I hit them for 6, they gain 6, go back up to 5. I bounce the Well-Wisher. Well, I guess they gain 5 if I bounce it in response. So they go to 10. They replay the Well-Wisher. They have Sentinels up to block. I don't know. I don't think bouncing the Well-Wisher does much for me. I think I have to try to just push through a bunch of damage. Oh, they're doing it now. They gain 6. All right. Untap. Does that change it? I kind of forgot about the untap. TBH. It doesn't really change things though. I still need to just bounce whatever they try to make big. Because they still have to block. Why would they block the 5/5? It's weird. They know I have Echoing Truth. Right, 12. They go to 5. Bounce the Well-Wisher. If I draw another Echoing Truth, then I could win. I think that's kind of my only out. Oh, it's because I could prevent. Yeah, I see why they blocked the 5/5. It's 11. 18. I guess I have to still bounce that. I don't know. I don't really have that many outs. I guess maybe I'm supposed to play for second Echoing Truth. Because now I'm just going to lose to Well-Wisher. Yeah, they have double Ranger. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I think I had to. I think I had to bounce the Well-Wisher there. Just let the Terror get eaten, put him to 5. If I draw Echoing Truth, I can bounce the Sentinels, hit for 6. We'll see what we draw. See if I get punished. Trying to bait me into attacking, I guess. I was probably going to attack anyway, but if they want to waste an untap on a Sentinel, that's fine with me. Okay, that's a weird Sentinel attack then, if they're going to do that now. Although I guess they have double, I don't know. They can untap once. They only have 1 forest left. Sleep of the Dead, huh? Okay. So they gain a bunch more life. That doesn't really work with the Ranger out, though. I mean, it kind of does. Makes him use it. Or well, I guess I should just do it on the Timber Watch this turn, huh? They only have so many forests. No, I think I should use it on Sentinel, because then they only have 1 to block, or 1 to block with if they untap. If they use it on that, I think I'm okay with it. I kind of forgot that I had Sleep of the Dead in the deck. Like I said, with the Rangers, it's not going to be the greatest. Oh, I didn't mean to go to the end, but okay. Well, really wanted to play Sleep of the Dead again, but it's okay. Priest. I guess they probably just kill me with Timberwatch, huh? GG. Yeah. They just had a good draw against me. Game 2 especially. I mean, game 1 I think I maybe could have done something different. I don't really remember game 1 that much, but see if we can get a dub. Delver, Loring revealed. Yeah, seems okay. I think I still start with Delver even though it's a 1-lander. Dross Forge Bridge. Island. Acre Wellspring. Ah, bummer. 2 is 5. I think this is burn. I think this is like the new style of burn. I don't really know the full list, but Nile Spellbomb. Should probably counter that. Terrors are 4 mana now. Oh, that's cool. Seems like Echoing Truth not the best, but I don't really want to bounce that. I guess I do want to get my Aberration in, but yeah. Make sure I can play the Terrors. I'll have 4 spike up too. I'd rather trade now because even though it's kind of a downgrade for me, I think taking artifacts off the board is probably good. And probably gonna have to make the trade anyway. I don't really have much of a way to deal with that card. Also takes a jumper off for terror, you know. Okay. So obviously this is not the burn list I was thinking of. This is more of like ramping and stuff. Furbished Familiar. Alright, I'll ditch a 4 spike. Counterspell is pretty great. Jump. I do have 5 cards. It's kind of a lot. I don't really care about that anymore. Do care about that though. Hopefully they don't have another one. Draw a counterspell again. That's pretty nice. I guess that's okay. I think I just need to counter another shaman. I don't know that there's much else they can have that I care a lot about. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Yeah, this is a spot where I think just countering the good spell instead of the card draws. Correct. That's a weird mountain. Any shamans? Counter that now. They've already played their land, so. GG. You gotta win. See if we can do it again. So Hydroblast, blue Elemental Blast does counter the Shaman, but that seems to be one of their few red cards. Could bring in a Null, Steel Sabotage. I don't think the Hydroblast effects are really worth it. Echoing Truth seems pretty bad. Unless I'm mounting my own stuff to save it from Shaman, I don't know. Artful Dodge seems okay. I'm not sure if Dragon Wings really matters here. Didn't see a lot to disrupt, I don't think. Mostly artifacts and creatures. Keep the Spell Pierce in though. Sleep doesn't seem great. Shaman is non-flyer, so another Mystic might not be the worst. Although it is kind of an expensive card with their Ravenous Rats type creatures. I don't know, maybe I do want like a Hydroblast, because Shaman seems pretty good against me. I guess Dragon Wings giving like a Serpent flying protects it from Shaman. Yeah, we'll leave it in. It cycles at the end of the day, you know? Okay, this is the one lander I probably should mulligan. But I also kind of want to keep it just because it has double annul. And I'm on the draw. Maybe I will keep. I think it's fine. If I draw a land, it's great. If I don't draw a land, it's like, okay. Still start with Delver though. Island. Okay. Island. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate drawing lands. I would like to flip the Delver, but we are in kind of a spot where lands or spells are fine. But I'm getting closer and closer to would greatly prefer a spell over a land. Assuming they don't have another familiar because they didn't play it last turn, so. Spell. It's a good spell. Cast down. Sure. Brainstorming right now doesn't help me a ton, I don't think. Might be able to draw a land, though. Sure. Mystic. So I get kind of landlocked a little bit. I'll leave Mystic in hand because I might be discarding that. No, I'll probably discard Spell Pierce first. I don't know. If they play another, like a Ravenous Rats thing, whatever it's called, familiar. Offering. Sure. Maybe I should counter that. I don't know. I probably should have countered that, eh? All right. Okay, glad I didn't counter the thing. So now I have 4 in the yard, so I can play a Terror if I want. I guess I will. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Alright, cast down, sure. There's more where that came from. You have a familiar. Okay, I could draw a land here, that'd be nice. Thought Scour. So, the problem with playing Thought Scour is if I like mill 2 lands and draw a spell or something. Or no, it's free because it puts another spell in the yard. Never mind. I'm dumb. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's 1 mana for each, right? I think I just wait and keep a null up.
Sure, take one of them. GG. Nice, we got a match. Play first, yes. Ooh. This is either a really good hand or a really bad hand. We will find out. Glacial Floodplain. Okay, I don't know what this deck is. Contaminated Landscape. All right. Sure. Just pass. So they didn't crack this, which means they maybe have like a 2-mana, like a spell stutter sprite or something. I don't know. I do not know. I think I get rid of these two. Two, three, four. Not quite enough to play Serpent. Crack it now, okay. So yeah, I think they have like a 2-mana counter or something. Preordained. Sure. If it is Spellstutter Sprite, then our Thought Scour is probably going to get countered. Don't really have much recourse for that. May have been correct to disrupt that preordained, but I wouldn't have really kept them off of a sprite anyway. Okay, they're the. I forget what the payoff is for this deck, but I've played against it before. I think it's like a spell loop with the flicker thing. See if we can draw a counter maybe. Island. Okay, you got it. I think they play that one that's like, I forget what it's called, but it's like 2 mana, counter a spell, mana value 4 or less or something like that. So I think they will still be able to counter the Mystic if I play it. I could spell pierce it, but then they're just kind of free to combo off. Should probably wait or just play Serpent. One, two, three, four, five. Serpent. Maybe I'm supposed to play Terror too. I don't actually know. I think I'm supposed to just pass, leave up Disrupt, Spell Pierce. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think they do. This deck does something with like this, the Ghostly Flicker type cards. So we may be able to get a Spell Pierce in there at the right time. High Tide. I guess I'm supposed to Spell Pierce that. Take him off mana. Snap the Serpent. So if I disrupt that, I pay 1, untap. Pay 1, untap 2, pay 2. I feel like I should still. Hmm, I don't know. Maybe I should wait. I don't think letting them untap first makes a lot of sense, though. Might as well just disrupt the snap instead of the High Tide. The Drifter. Oh, they play Ephemerate, right? snap works too, I guess. Maybe they don't play Ephemerate, I guess, because maybe just having the familiars with snap is better. Seems like they would probably still play it. Seems like Mystic is going to get countered if I play it. I guess if I tap out, well, whatever. Do your worst. I'm probably dead now. There's the second high tide, third high tide. Wow. There's the Archaeomancer, the snap. So they should make a bunch of mana. I don't think they have infinite card draw though. They can preordain a couple times. Or no, I guess they do. I guess they do have, because they can just make a million mana and then preordain a few times, then make a million more mana. Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to see what their win condition is, but I assume they win from there. Although, well, no, that's not correct, because they would only get one preordained. Because once they get preordained, then they don't have snap anymore. But whatever. I was probably gonna lose. Let's see. Don't feel like I have much in the way of sideboarding. I guess sleep probably doesn't do much, but I could bring in truth to bounce the wall. Yeah, I don't know. Oh shoot! I should have brought Tormod's Crypt in. Stupid. Caught. Okay. I mean, I'm keeping. It's a lot of dudes. Good lord. Okay. There it is. Yeah, I just have to mental. I don't think I can hold Spell Pierce. Luckily, drew a land. I have all 4 mental notes in the yard now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I can play Terror or I can hold up Pierce. Should probably hold up Pierce. I don't think they're going off necessarily, but yeah, maybe I should have taken that opportunity to play Terror. Could have been wrong. Preordained, sure. Because I'm not really getting any benefit from a thought scouring again, so I think I think I should have played Terror. Because I don't think they're gonna go off this turn. Could be wrong though, maybe they'll try it. Another familiar. Okay. Delver. Thought Scour doesn't seem great now. Or sorry, Spell Pierce doesn't seem great. But I think it's still worth holding up. Really wish I'd played that Terror that second turn or third turn or whatever. I think I'd be in a decent spot. Hit him for 5 and then hit him for 10, 10. Because now it's going to be 5 and then it's just going to be a full turn delay. Alright, gotta pierce that and then go from there. Negate. Island. Snap. Okay. So our Archaeomancer right now only costs 2 blues, so they could do something there. Oh, they have a research. Okay. See if they find another snap. There's the Archaeomancer. I assume they get snap, right? Seems to be what you'd want. Oh, they get negate. Okay. Fair enough. Brainstorm, huh? I mean, I'll probably hit a land. I think I'm pretty dead. I just play triple terror and doesn't really change. Well, it does change the clock. They can chump. Yeah, let's brainstorm, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Probably isn't the most optimal play, but here's 3/5/5s. course. Of course. I mean, I assume I'm probably dead, but they don't currently have a way to get like a bunch of card advantage. They have like one shot at a compulsive research that could probably net them into other stuff, but I know I scooped last game, but I don't even know if that was correct. Like they only have one other card, so unless that's another combo piece or something, could be that they're. There we go. Yeah, there's the research. So if they had something here, I guess ditch a land. There's the Oracle. Okay. Still doesn't really change anything. Draw with Lorien. Okay. I guess we attack first. If I'd gotten that terror down that first turn, we'd be in victory formation here. But they'd at least have to jump, which is relevant. I know I have a land on top as the first card. Yeah, I think this will work. All right, Pierce. I mean, well, I guess Pierce does matter. They're off high tide. Unless they drew another one. But they basically have infinite mana if they can get the pieces. I don't know if I really need the Pierce. Just go like that. I don't think there's any like wrath effect. I'm not sure. I know they have negate still. Is one of their. I guess that was their last card, so I did know their last card. Preordain. Ghostly Flicker. I think that'll do it, right? Yeah, because they have card like and go through their whole deck and then just get the ghostly flicker back each time. GG. All right. Well, I'm gonna drop because we already lost 3, so there's no real reason to play a 5th. No prizes there. All right. I mean, obviously not the best first outing for this deck. I think the deck is good. I didn't pilot it super well, that especially one match in that last game there. If I'd played the terror instead of holding up a spell, I maybe could have forced a chump that would have been bad for them, but I think they would have just jumped with a familiar, and then we still would have been dead because they could have easily still gone off. So yeah, I don't know. Pauper's a tough format, or I'll at least keep saying that. Let's try out some dredge. I don't think dredge is quite as good, but I'll try it out. I especially don't know how to play this deck properly, but we're gonna learn in real time. All right, a fresh league, a fresh deck. See what kind of damage we can do. Keep feels like I should probably play Thicket, even though it's a cyclable card. Oh, actually, now that we drew the Imp, I think I just go Bog. Because then we can scrapwork Mutt eventually anyway, even if we draw land. Untapped land. Yeah, let's just go Bog. I do like beachfront. I guess this might be the same kind of combo deck. The familiars. Hmm. Go get that duel, I think. Haunted Mire. Pass. Yep. Same deck. I think I'm maybe supposed to just discard the Lotleth Giant. And then I'll do something with Stinkweed Imp later. I don't know. Because it seems like I need to draw an untapped land. Or I would like to draw an untapped land. Big zoom. Okay. Please don't kill me. Hmm. I could just dread return. They might have a negate or another counter. Introduces a decent clock, but it's not even that crazy. Still like 4 turns. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think that was the correct sequence, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm trying to set up for more of a 1 to 2 turn window as opposed to like establishing a board that kills them in 3 turns. I don't know, maybe I should do that just to get under counter spells. Just hope they don't draw their combo in time. I don't know. Mill double exhume. No creatures. Wow. I mean, that's kind of unlucky, but I'm going to just keep going with the milling and then try to exhume, I guess. We're probably going to get negated. Mill the dread return. Okay. That's pretty good. I guess I'll do that. Get the Lotleth. Player on Spell Pierce. Snap the Satyr Wayfinder. Okay. Untap 2 lands. Prohibit. That's the one I was thinking of earlier. You have to kick it. Mana value 4 or less. Okay. You got me. Okay, they go to 10. So I need to play like... I guess I have to have a Lotleth Giant in the yard first, otherwise I can't dread return it. So like sacrificing it to cast the dread return doesn't really help me. Okay. Milled a lot more creatures, but I already had plenty. I didn't get another giant in there though, right? Alright, see if we can get another giant and maybe dread return hard cast here. Still no giant, that's unfortunate. I could sack it now. Well, I could sacrifice it now, get something else, and then try to like dread return it next turn, but I feel like I'm gonna die. Probably. Oh wait, I could scrapwork mutt. Does that do anything? Okay, there's another giant now. So I guess I attack first. Oh, that was stupid. That was really dumb. Okay. Well, yeah, got punished. And I should have played my Ridge line so I could double unearth if I needed to. Yeah, that was a bad turn. I think I'm kind of understanding what I need to do, but I'm not getting all the stuff. All right, they scoop. Interesting. Huh. I guess they saw the writing on the wall. They didn't have another counter or whatever. Or just a counter. Um, Seems like graveyard interaction is pretty necessary in this matchup. So we have Coffin Purge and Rotten Reunion. Archer doesn't really do much. Knot of the Bone doesn't do much. I don't think Ancient Grudge does anything. So we'll just bring these in and hope that that's enough. Don't really know what to cut. I'm assuming like Blanchwood Prowler or something because it doesn't mill the most. Could be Malevolent Rumble because I feel like even though it's one of the better millers and card advantage things, it's a non-creature spell. But if they're countering Rumble, I guess I don't really mind that. I think it's probably just Prowler. Oh, but I guess counting towards Latleth Giant, you want maximum creatures. Alright, yeah, whatever. I'll cut the Rumbles, I guess. We have Street Wraith, Ant. So, I mean, it's a risky keep for sure. But whatever. I get 2 draws at a first land. If I get the first land, I have 2 lands. Maybe that's not smart, but yeah, I probably should mold, I guess. I don't think this deck actually has a lot of lands in it, so maybe not the best idea. Wayfinder. Okay. Um, okay, I wasn't going to dredge yet anyway, but it is obviously relevant. Dread Return. I think I'll still discard it. I mean, they could have graveyard like removal or whatever. But if they're doing that, it means they're not killing me, so that's good. Okay. It's kind of funny. Like, of course, the one game they aren't comboing off. I just don't draw any lands. A tapper. Oh, they are coming off. Never mind. I lied. Uh-oh. There we go. I don't think there's much I can do in that spot once they have the flicker. All right. Hand looks okay. I think I just get regular swamp first. So I can play Wayfinder or Druid. Hmm. Yes, I would like to mill 4. Why does it force Troll to be on its own on the side? I just want one column. Apparently that's too much to ask. It literally doesn't let me. There we go. Now it's doing it. Okay, faithful. I guess I'll do the stinker. Double exhume mill. It keeps putting the troll over there. Weird. Hmm. So they can respond to the mutt trigger, snap something if they want. I think I ditched the dread return. They may just have a negate. I don't have a ton of creatures, but I think it's okay. Counterspell. I don't think they're going to go off next turn, so let's go Prowler. Oh, it doesn't really matter if it's a 2/2. Might as well take the land. Milled a third Exhume. Not great. Excited for Dragonstorm? Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that for sure. Not sure if I'll be drafting it on Arena or Moto. Probably Arena. Circle of the Land Druid. Double Mutt Stinkweed. Okay. Hmm. There's a Dread Return. Alright, I guess I try again. See if they have another counter spell. Coffin Purge. Okay, let's get the giant. What does this do again? Surveil 1. I think I just want a thicket. Alright, got there. Kinda. Okay. Well, they could obviously combo off. They have a lot of mana. But no familiars down yet. I guess maybe they're sandbagging one. Yep. Dawnbringer Cleric. What do they exile? It's kind of odd I only have one giant. Only have 18 cards left, 3 giants in there. They go for the Purge, okay. I guess that makes sense. Everything else is kind of redundant. I was thinking either that or the Mutt. There's the other giant. Hmm. Well, I kind of need the... No, I should still discard an imp. There's the Dread Return, but I need a giant in the yard. I did mill the 4th imp, though, so I can kind of go for it that way. Another mutt. Another dread return, but there's not another giant. Unfortunately. I can make a zombie. Hmm. Okay, double giant. Yep, yep, yep. I think I played that okay. I maybe could have done something different, but I think I needed to draw with, or I needed to get the imp so I could actually mill a dread return. Otherwise, discarding the Lotless Giant wasn't going to help me, and drawing a dread return wasn't going to help me either. But if they have Ghostly Flicker here, I'm probably dead. Well, they played Muldrifter instead of Archaeomancer, so it's not quite as bad. I guess Ephemerate would probably be worse for me, because then they still have an extra mana open. All right, draw a Ridgeline. So surely I can, I mean, like, mathematically I have to mill a giant here. Hopefully they don't have a counter. But I have double dread return. I don't know if that probably doesn't help me that much. Although, well, do I just discard the giant? I guess that's actually better. Because then I can play the imp and dread return. I might also draw like a forest, maybe. Wayfinder. Okay. All right, yeah, the flicker. Nah, just a negate. Okay. All right, I have one more turn, I guess. I have to get 3 creatures out somehow. I have Reunion in the yard, and I have like double imp. It's not quite enough, though. I don't know what my last card is. Oh shoot, why did I have 6? I mean, if they can flicker Cleric, well, they have to still have Archaeomancer. They can't get rid of all the giants, but if they can just flicker um, one time on the Cleric, they can get my Dread return, which kills me. They're getting Negate. I guess that kills me too, huh? So I have to purge that. They could have Flicker now, and I'd still be dead. But they were going to play something and decided not to. Okay. Interesting. Forest was the last card. If I'd kept the giant in hand, I guess. Yeah, maybe that was a reason to keep giant, because if I draw land, I could just hardcast it for the win. But now I think I'm dead, because I'm one short of playing enough creatures here. Is this game 2 or 3? I don't even know. I guess I'll scoop in case it's game 2. No, it's game 3. Alright. Well, that was unfortunate. I think I could have played that a little better. If I kept the giant in hand to hardcast, I think that was probably smarter. My thinking was that if I ditch the giant to draw instead of ditching a stinkweed, then we can maybe draw something relevant. But I think just ditching the stinkweed and milling a giant was better, because then we could have the option to hardcast later. I mean, I needed to get a third creature that turn anyway to actually use the Dread return. All right, what do we got? A little bit land heavy, but Dread return. I don't actually know if this is a good hand. It seems kind of bad, but I'm going to keep. Colony Garden. I don't remember which deck plays that, but alright, Seder Wayfinder's not bad. That is one of the cards I was hoping to draw. Limbus, okay. So they draw, and then it's just a food, 20 graveyard, shuffles it, okay. Cool. No lands, it's okay. Got plenty. Could just exhume. Get a troll out. Troll out. Sure, why not? GG. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna actually look. I don't usually do this. I like to learn organically, but I'm gonna look at it and see what deck plays Colony Garden. Just to kind of see how to sideboard here. If at all. I don't think the ramp, maybe they do. I was gonna say, I don't think like the Gruul ramp decks really play Colony Garden. I want to say it's like a combo thing. I'm not sure. Turbo Fog? I don't know. It's something. Maybe Ponza. Whatever. Green Colony Garden, not flyers. Could be some graveyard stuff, but I don't actually know. I'm just gonna resubmit. Alright, I think I learned my lesson. I'm gonna mulligan this. It just seems worse somehow. But I'll keep yeah, I'll bin a giant because we can shuffle it back closer to the top to mill. Pretty good. Okay, I'm glad they're playing that now. Must be their only land. Okay, Wellspring. Okay, so I guess it's the that like Jund artifact list we saw before. They bounced the bog. Makes sense why they played it now. Hmm. I'll go Wayfinder because I do actually kind of want the land. Stinkweed, okay. So, I mean, they're going to play Bojuka Bog, so I'm going to lose the Stinkweed, unfortunately. If this was a forest, I could thicket, but then that doesn't really help me that much anyway. Because it would still get bogged away. I don't think I'm supposed to play thicket there, maybe. Limbus, okay. The Rumble. Hmm. I guess playing thicket would have let me play like double creature or rumble. I can play mutt though. Hmm. Yeah, I'll take a land, I guess. Gotta play Prowler now and probably not. Oh, I don't even have the choice to get a land. All right. I was gonna say I'd probably not get the land, just get a 2/2, and I don't know. I'm assuming they'll play creatures eventually. Hopefully, don't get bogged again. But we'll see. Limbus. Manor Gate. It's another choose your adventure. I do have an imp in the yard, so I think I'll dredge that up. See if we can get a dread return. No, no dread return. No giant. It's okay. Let's go mutt. Probably should just use the spawn, but kind of want to keep it if I have to like dread return twice. Yeah, I think I should still do the imp. All right, there's a return. I think I can maybe win here. I don't know if I have 14 creatures, but all right. GG. I assume it was close enough. That didn't seem like a deck that would like that was really comboing, so I don't think they could do much, even if we didn't kill him that turn. All right, I'm kind of getting the hang of this deck and what you want to do first and second and third and whatnot. But I'm sure I'm still going to mess up quite a bit. That's the thing about Pauper, and I guess you can say it about basically any format except, like Cube or something. Because there's just too much variation in Cube. But the decks are complex um, as far as learning the sequencing and kind of figuring out the puzzle. But a lot of the decks in Pauper are fairly goldfishy. Even like the non-combo decks. I mean, Elves isn't really a. I guess you wouldn't call it a combo deck, but it's basically a combo deck. Like you're just playing a bunch of stuff that combines together, you know, and you're not really paying too much attention to what your opponent's doing. I guess that'd be more of like a sub genre of like a tribal deck, but anyway, what I was gonna say is Pauper is like it's complex to learn the different archetypes and learn how to play against them. But it is one of those formats where because each individual card usually only has one or two functions, as opposed to some other like modal cards you'll see in modern or like other more intricate patterns or at least varied patterns, not necessarily more intricate, but they're more varied. Pauper can kind of become stale if the archetypes aren't switching up, because you just kind of know when you've lost, and there's not much you can do in a lot of cases. But I don't know. Speaking in generalities, of course, I don't think this is keepable. Sure, I guess I'll put an imp back. No, in haste. That's pretty good. Okay. That's a clock. Street Wraith. Okay, we got a giant in the yard. That's nice. I think I'll just go ahead and trade. Especially if I kill this, they get a card anyway. I mean, card advantage probably isn't going to be much of a factor in this game. But you never know. Mutt's pretty much the best draw. Okay, no Dread return yet. Did I get another imp in there yet? No. Alright. Oh, I should have rumbled first. That was stupid. I definitely should have rumbled first. They discard another demand answers. Okay. Chain lightning me. Am I dead? Needle drop me. This isn't a mountain. I guess, well, they're not attacking with percussionists. That doesn't make any sense. Or at least I don't understand why they would do that. Unless they have a... I don't know what they would have. Fire Blast. If they had Fire Blast, they would have played it, though. Hmm. What am I hoping to do here? I need to get a Dread Return in the yard and fill the graveyard. I guess I start with a Mutt. Or do I start with Rumble? I feel like I can just play Rumble afterwards. I don't know. Let's see what this does. If I mill another imp, I could risk potentially dying to Fire Blast and cycle Street Wraith. I'm curious why they kept the percussionist back. That was odd to me. Why they would want an untapped percussionist. Okay, no Dread Return. Do I risk it? Get Fire Blasted? I can't get 3 creatures anyway, so I guess I shouldn't do that. I should just Wayfinder and then... Okay, still no Dread Return. Gone through about half the deck. And I don't know if I'm supposed to attack. Probably not. Whatever, let's go for it. Yeah, they trade. So this gives them a card. Mountain. Okay, they have Bolt. They have another Bolt. Okay, go to 2. Synthesizer, Furnace. Okay. Still no Dread Return. Yikes. Well, Street Wraith is no longer an option. pretty much dead next turn. They have synthesizer, and I'm assuming they would hit something between whatever's in their hand, their draw, plus synthesizer. Flip. Alright, I guess I rumble and see what happens. Wow. Gone through 40 cards and no dread return. It's kind of wild. Would I have won? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So, no, I still wouldn't have won. Alright, well, do your worst. Synthesizer plus anything else. GG. Yeah, I mean, that was just a little bit unlucky, but also I don't think that would have killed them anyway. So, Knot of the Bone definitely coming in. I don't think, I mean, I guess Ancient Grudge kills the Great Furnace. That seems pretty good. But the other artifacts I don't really care about killing. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Probably should cut another Street Wraith or something. Or all of them. I mean, this hand is really good if I draw green. I think I have to maul, though. This is much worse. I may have kept that last hand if I was on the draw, but on the play it just doesn't seem like... These hands are getting worse and worse. I'll keep this, though. I mean, I think it's better than 4. Bottom an Imp and... Probably a Dread Return, actually. Maybe double Imp. No, I think Dread Return. Okay. I mean, getting... Like, if we do draw a land, we get Ent in the Yard and Exhume it. It's pretty good against them. Can gain 3 life and just be a great blocker against anything. But we do have to draw the first land. do have to draw the first land. Yeah, it's just going to be too late now. GG. That sucked. All right. Round 4. See if we can close out with 2 wins and get something. All right. This looks like a decent hand. This has potential. Okay. Could be the mono blue terror list we were playing before. Blue instant card. Okay. They get a high tide. Okay, so it's not that. Looks like it's the combo list again. Okay, getting a Dread Return in the yard's not bad. And an Imp. Pretty good rumble there. Pieces of the puzzle. Okay. Puppetry, knowledge, mystic. Puppetry, knowledge, mystic. Okay. Wait. So it's these two? They have... Okay. I guess they have that. Stinkweed. L2 exhumes. That's not very good. Let's go. Yeah, no, I guess that's fine. I'll go Mutt. Giant. We have a Dread Return. No other Imp, though. I think I'm still supposed to play the Wayfinder. Some more druids, another exhume. Okay, they didn't start with high tide, so I feel feel a little bit better about this turn, but we'll see. Might be hard casting a Dread Return or Stinkweed Imp. I guess it's probably just counterspell, so it probably doesn't matter which one I do, but oh, that's fine. Oh, I guess, well, they could still have a counter. Do I just try to mill some more? Or do I go for the return now? I mean, I feel like they have a counterspell. Okay, not the best mill, not the worst. I think I'll go again. Another Dread Return. Okay. Alright. Pass. Oh, maybe that was a coward move. They're probably going to leave 2 mana up every turn anyway. There's the high tide. Interesting that they played Brainstorm first, though, because I already knew they had high tide. They're going off, so I'm assuming I'm dead. Merchant Scroll. Okay. Accumulated knowledge. Okay, I don't know why it's targeting a land. Are they splicing? Is that why it's... it's like already targeting a land. Okay. That was weird. Why did it do that? I thought they were like splicing this thing. It's doing it again. It's like targeting. I guess they are splicing it, but it's not. I guess it's not. Doesn't go on the stack. Okay. Whatever. Obviously don't have much experience with Splice onto Arcane and how it goes on Moto. Okay, am I dead yet? Another puppetry. Okay, more knowledge. I want to see how they win. I assume they have the win here, but I don't know what they do to win, so unless it's like Murmuring Mystic tokens or something. But I doubt that that's infinite. Well, the cool thing about combo decks like this is you can see their entire deck, but I guess if you're already ingrained in Pauper, you probably know their whole deck. All right, all right, all right. They get a Ponder, okay. I don't think Thassa's Oracle is a common, so they have to have a different way to win here. Uh-oh. Okay. Sure. $32 mana. Don't really know why they're playing their puppetries. I guess that's their last arcane spells. You have 34 mana. Stream of Thought. 4 cards from your graveyard. Oh, okay. So you just replicated a million times. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Okay. Nice. Okay, so Stream of Thought is the win con. It doesn't seem like Coffin Purge and Reunion are actually very good against them. Are they better than any of the other stuff? Probably not. I think I just kind of roll back with this. I don't know what sideboard cards they bring in against me, so I can't like sideboard for their sideboard. Just run it back. Play first, yes. This doesn't really do a lot. I'm reluctant to mulligan mostly just because of the bad hands I've had today. I know that's not good logic. I'm just worried if I mulligan, I'm gonna get some shit no lander. But like this is really slow. I go turn 1 thicket, turn 2 cycle ent for a tap land. Play tap land. I can't even get a red source because I need a black source. I need to get the green black land. And then I play Mutt, and then I play Exhume. But not, like the Giant's not even that great. I guess I could just Exhume the Ent and go from there. Alright, it's probably good enough. Would like to draw more Mutts, that'd be ideal. Well, more lands would be ideal, but if not lands, Mutts. Oh, I should have Street Wraith first. Oh well. Because if I would be able to Ent turn 1 and then play an untapped land and Exhume Ent on turn 2, that would be better. Consider, okay? Good thing is I didn't see any counter spells from them. They could have had them all in their hand because they had a million cards in their hand, but it could be just straight up combo. I don't know. I assume they have some counters. I just get the int back, go from there. No, I think I play Mutt and try to discard the giant. Even though there's not like a ton of creatures in the yard yet, I think I'm more likely to be able to put a bunch more creatures in before I exhume. And Ent, like the difference between Ent and Scrapwork Mutt is not like Scrapwork Mutt plus a giant ETB is probably going to be similar to an Ent being out as opposed to the Mutt, if that makes sense. I think I play this. Pass. Because like next turn, if I got the Ent, I'd be attacking for 5. Now next turn, I'm attacking for 2 and probably exhuming for potentially uh, uh, just 2 more damage. So it could be less than the Ent, but then the giant being a 6/5 makes up for that. So it evens out. Like this just gives me more potential to maybe hit for more. So like I could risk it here and try to hit a land off the Prowler. I don't know if that's worth it. I guess kind of similar logic though. If I miss on lands, probably means I put more creatures in the yard. So I can exhume later, kind of catch up that way. Yeah, let's try it. Do I just do it now? Maybe I'm supposed to save it. Maybe I Scrapwork Mutt now. If I do it now, they go to 15. Then it'll be 8. 6. I don't know. I don't think playing Mutt improves my clock at all. I think I just put him on a 2-turn clock here and hope for the best. If I draw another Exhume, or if I draw, well, I guess Dread Return doesn't do it. If I draw another Exhume, though, I think I can maybe win. Hmm. Ah, there was the Exhume. Prowler, Troll. So now I think I just go for Dread Return. Yeah, I'll go with the circle. No dread return. We got an imp though. No red source for the mutt yet. Should probably just attack with both. So hit for 7, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I have to win with like a lot less giant ETB because they're gonna get a bunch of birds here to chump, or they'll just kill me. I know milling myself for 8 against the deck that's trying to mill me to death is probably not the best idea, but I think it's also the only way I win. They get another high tide. Okay. Yeah, I think I mill. I mean, I need a dread return. That'll do it. Oh wait, I don't have a Latleth giant in my yard. Okay. Well, let's fix that, shall we? Drop forest. GG. Okay. On the draw. Still don't think Coffin Purge is necessary. Could be wrong, but I don't think they're actually using the graveyard much. If at all. So, we're just gonna goldfish against each other, I guess. See who has the bigger goldfish. Sand doesn't seem insane, but I think it's definitely a keep. Turn 1 troll into forest, probably. I could get the... Well, since I drew forest, I could get the... a tap land. Might do that. Because having that red source for mutt is pretty handy. I might just get... I guess I have to get a tap land if I want a green source. No, I think I get the red. Let's go Wayfinder, try to hit another land. Oh, okay. Sure. Generous int. I guess I'll start with that. Maybe I should have just played the bog, I don't know. Did I lose focus? They decided they're okay with me milling myself. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to regret not playing this bog. Get a prowler, I guess. Peer through depths. They get another pier. Don't know why they're doing it now, but whatever. Okay. So setting up for next turn, looks like. Druid Dread Return, that's not the best. I was hoping to mill that. That's how it goes with Dredge, I guess. Sometimes it doesn't line up. I could just Dread Return a Troll, but I think they're going to go off next turn. I don't really know how to stop that, though. Okay, there's the Dread Return. They could have a snap and kind of prevent me from playing it, but I don't have anything good to get back anyway. I don't have a giant in the yard. So I'll let them snap if they want to snap in response. I just go yard because I can't play it this turn anyway. Zoom. Okay, that's a little better because I can get 2 trolls now. I feel like it's probably not going to be enough still. I mean, would it be crazy to dread return like a wayfinder? And then try to hit a giant to exhume? I just feel like if I don't try to kill them this turn, I'm just gonna lose. Okay, we whiffed on a giant. All right. Well, they need like a tad bit of mana to mill me out now. So maybe that was a bad move. Also should have like counted my creatures maybe to see if I could even kill them. Probably not. Oh, it says 17, but that would have been 1 less if I actually got the giant. Plus that's with the second circle of the land druid anyway, so I think I would have been short regardless. Let's see if they can get there. I think that probably. Or no, it's not storm, it's replicate, so they actually have to have the mana. It's not just spells played. So they do have to have ways to untap. Okay, double puppetry. So they can probably just churn through everything unless they somehow whiff. But even then, they can just use the puppetry. They don't have to mill me for that much. They lost connection somehow. Hopefully it's not a rage quit. I don't know. It feels a little bit like. I mean, they could have just been lagging. Moto's notorious for that. But they may have also just whiffed and gotten mad. I also haven't been playing very quickly, so that may kind of add to the frustration, you know. I assume I can kill them next turn, barring counterspell. I think it was right to go for the Circle Android on the Dread return because, well, I don't know. It probably doesn't really matter because I wasn't gonna be able to kill him that turn either way. All right, they're back. Cool. Probably just lag then. You got the knowledge. KO Mensa. Get him. Okay. I don't think we saw that last game. I don't think we saw like a flicker effect or Archaeomancer, but they, like I said, in sideboarding, they had a lot of cards in their hands, so could easily have stuff we haven't seen. High Tide. Is that number 3? Oh, we did see Snap. Yeah, yeah. All right, that'll do it. Because I assume they have at least one copy of the mill thing available, so GG. All right, 3 losses. I guess I'll close it out. I mean, we can win the meager 50 play points. Might as well get reps in with this deck when it doesn't really matter that much, you know. It's decent. If I could find a way to get these giants in the yard, maybe. Utterboard. Yeah, da, 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 da. Another ent. I could just get the ent. It's probably good enough. This is the ramp deck, though, so they can have some pretty nasty stuff. Yikes. Got a acid moss. Yep. Yeah, I think I'd rather have a forest than a counter. Did get a giant in the yard, which is nice. So attack. They have 1,000,000 mana. We could get like boarding partied here. I think Chrysalis. Okay. I haven't played against this deck yet. It does look pretty good though. Yeah. Raging Hunter. Okay. They have infinite jumpers to keep initiative going. I might be hard casting a Stinkweed Imp here just to try to fight initiative. Doesn't it reach, does it? No. Oh, it does. Of course. Just hidden under a wall of text. Oh, by the way, reach. Just thought you might want to know. On this creature. Okay, so they can't buff their hunter. It's good to know. I don't think I'm supposed to block with imp, but I guess I could. I probably should, huh? Because that gets around. It gets around like combat trick stuff. I take 5, but it's okay. If I'm not gonna get in to take initiative this turn anyway, I think it's better to get the dredge going. Okay, we got a dredge return. We have a giant in the yard. I guess I attack. They could make it a 4/5. 5 there. I guess it's not great if they have like a big trampoline thing. So I'm going to take 5 off the trap. I guess if they have that big Hydra that equips or whatever, I'm dead. But I can't really stop that anyway. I dead to the Hydra. I don't know, it's just a sprawl. Okay. Alright. Hold. Scrapwork mutt. Generous int. Alright. Attack. Might not even be correct to attack, I'm not sure. What the hell do you want? Do I get a red source or do I just play imp? I get a red source and then crack the food. I think I'm dead to that trampoline thing anyway. If they draw that. Right, do your worst. Or don't do your worst. Do something that doesn't matter. Oh god. Okay. That doesn't kill me. Oh, that is pretty sick that like they trigger each other. Malevolent Rumble. I think I have the win here, according to my calculations. I assume that's 8. GG. Cool. Alright, Gruul Ramp is the matchup. Seems like Knot of the Bone might be good here. I think Coffin Purge is relevant. Get some Gnaws in there. Exhume might be a little tricky. Street Wraith could also be maybe a cut. I don't think Exhume is cuttable. Probably just Prowler since it mills the fewest cards. I don't know. Keep. Pretty sick if I get there. If I draw one land. Uno Lando. That's tough. Don't really think I can beat that. But whatever, I'll play a little bit longer. Alright, you got me. Sure. No green source, but we have Mutt into Imp. Hopefully find a green eventually. Sprawl it up. Hopefully mill something large. Wow, that was terrible. 3 lands and another Exhume. Did mill another Imp though, so that's kind of nice. Get another crack at it. Green and red. So they have a 1-lander. Looks familiar. Milled a troll, 2 trolls to be exact, and a mutt. I guess I'm supposed to get that troll out, especially before they have creatures in their yard. Seems good. Getting another mutt in the yard is nice too, because I can either loot to try to find a green source or get more imp stuff in there. Sure, you got me. I guess I can't unearth now. They do have to deal with the troll, but I don't think it's going to be too hard for them. They have a lot of big creatures. Although I guess, because like they can just play that one that makes the tokens, and like triple block and then sack the tokens and get there. Although I guess it just makes it a 4/5, so I guess that wouldn't be good enough. All right, what do you got? Is there a sweeper? Boarding party into. Wow, that's insane actually. Holy shit. That's like exactly what they needed. That's kind of nuts. Like any other card and they're dead. Wow. Although I guess, well, no, even like ram through doesn't do it because they wouldn't have a creature yet. That's nuts. So they just go boarding party, spawn on the troll, sack the spawns, chrysalis on the mutt. Wow, that was insanely good. I can't even, can I even attack? I mean, it's just going to get worse for me from here. I guess I mean, I don't know. I can't even like sneak in a scrapwork mutt because I don't have any untapped red. That was just an insanely good draw. Yep, they see the line. Yeah, GG. That was disappointing. That was just an insane cascade. I mean, if I was just talking about the chrysalis, and I'm like, oh no, that wouldn't be good enough because they would just be chumping. And then they go boarding party into chrysalis, just play 1 card and get 4 creatures, and also trade with the troll. Uh, just nuts. But they had kind of a weird draw that game anyway. I mean, if they had played like any other creatures to get in the way, just the timing of their creatures was kind of wild. But that's the way it goes. Not doing so hot with these leagues, but it is the first times I'm playing with these decks, so maybe it'll get better next time. I think I'll be back on probably tomorrow, maybe even later today.
Not sure, but I'm going to call it there for now. Looking forward to playing more Pauper, though. I got these 2 decks, and then I'll probably swap to some other ones tomorrow. Mix it up a little bit. I like that terror list, though. I want to play more with that. Maybe change some of the spells. But yeah, till then, thanks for watching. More Pauper, hopefully more Cube in the future. I know Arena Cube is still up, but I don't know. I didn't really feel like playing that one. Might get in on a elimination draft for Vintage Cube. Just record that, post it on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, till next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.